Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Now in this video I'll be talking about how to create a web app using ChatGPT that allows us to be able to convert unsigned integers in Solidity smart contracts and be able to read them into normal human form. So let me just summarize what we're going to be talking about here, what I'll be doing in this video. So I want to be able to convert uint, which is unsigned signed integers written in Solidity programming language from uint to normal human readable format. Right? So I'm going to ask ChatGPT to be able to create the Python script. So I want to create let me just ChatGPT will create a Python and Flask scripts, and I will run them locally to check it. So basically what's going to happen is the user will enter the uint value, and the web app will convert it into readable format, right? So first of all, what is let's open here Etherscan. So what exactly is a uint, or an unsigned integer? Basically, an unsigned integer is a value in the Solidity programming language, which basically is a very long number. It's a very long integer, and it's not really easy to read, right? It's not really easy to read. So if we want to be able to look at some examples of contracts or smart contract code which have an unsigned integer, we can take a look at anything. Actually, let me just see what we have here, and I'll show you an example of what exactly is it. This one ELF. So this is a token contract. So if I'm going to go to here down on the Etherscan, I'm going to look at the token contract value, and I'm going to go to read contracts, and this will give me, for example, the balance of and this is the balance of the tokens inside this contract, right? So this is the token address, and I'm going to put in the contract token address, and I'm going to hit query, and this will give me the total balance of the token within the smart contract, which is right here. So this is a uint256, right? So this is a very long number, and it's hard for me to understand what exactly is it. So I want to create a web app which is going to convert this uint number, or it's called an unsigned integer number, into a readable format using ChatGPT. Okay, so that's our goal right here. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing this right now. So the user, so simple, the web app will accept a uint, which is an unsigned integer from the user. Unsigned integer in Solidity, that's the programming language, the text box. Then the app will convert the uint value into human readable form. Please write me a Python and Flask script for that, right? And then I'll hit enter, and then I'll hit submit. So now ChatGPT is going to do its thing. It's going to give me the code, which I'll put into for Python script. And okay, so they have something new here. You can run your Python code directly into the actual ChatGPT prompt, which is a new thing here. I wasn't aware of this. Anyways, which actually you can run it. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but okay. And this will allow me to run. So I'm going to need to do two things. I need to create a template folder, and I also have to create which I will put the HTML file of the Flask script, and then I have to put the Python code into the Python app. So here's the explanation, right? Explanation: to run the app, save the script in a file, app.py, install Flask if you don't have it, already pip install Flask, run the script, open a web browser and go to this link. Feel free to modify the uint and function for more complex functions. All right. So now it gave me the code right here, and it also gave me the Flask, the Flask code. Okay, which I have to run. So what are the next steps? Go to your Thani, your actual Python interpreter, your Python programming interpreter, and create a templates folder. Right, and then under that templates folder, create an index.html file, right? Then here you can create anything, app.py, or in this case I called lesson22.py. Now here I'm going to go and paste all my Python code into this window right here, okay? And then in the index, .html. Okay, actually I already did it, but okay. Let me just do it right here. The index.html, you will copy the Flask, Now, if you don't have Flask installed, I recommend you guys to go here and just type in Flask, and then it will search for Flask. You should be able to get Flask. I already have it installed here actually, so I'm not sure why I'm not getting it here, but you should have Flask here. If you don't have it installed, just click on, you should get a list of the Flask modules here. Click on the first one, which is called Flask, and then install it. That will install the Flask package dependencies for your Python programming environment. Then you go here and you run your Python code, which is right here. You run the code. Then I get the link, and I click on the link, and I should be able to get this right here. You should be able to get this right here. That's the converter. So now I'm going to go into, let's say, a smart contract, which is right here. That's the token balance. And I'll copy that and go to it here, hit convert, bam. Now it gave me the number of tokens based from the uint that I input, the number of tokens in that contract. So that basically what happened, what this means is that smart contract code right here, it has a total number of tokens of 63,823 tokens, right? Which is the ELF token right here. Now, the price value of each token is 0.43. So you multiply 0.43 times 63,823, that gives you the total token supply in the actual contract, which is basically held in the contract, in the smart contract. So let's do it here. 823 times, what was the value? Is 0.43. 0.43, and that means it has 27,443 USD value of that ELF token within that contract, right? That's what that means here when you do the conversion, right? So that way now you can go and convert anything you want. Let's say I don't know if you have like Pepe's there in the Ethereum. You should probably have it here. Let's see what we have here. There's PPU. PPU is a very popular one right now. And Unchained, right? Unchained. So now you can, the same thing here, that's the value of it, the price value, 0.01. So now you can go into the contract and you can see the transactions here, the history of it. And then you can go to the contract. So let me just copy the contract addresses right here. Then I'm going to go to the contract, and then I'm going to look at read contract, and then from here I'm going to go and look at balance of. Is it balance of? Yeah, balance of. You put the contract address, and I query it, and then it's going to give me the ether value. So now I'm going to go here, I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to go to my code again, and I'm going to enter that number right here, and I will convert. It will give you have 2 million. You have 2 million tokens, 2.3 million tokens of that contract. And if you want to go and see it, you multiply that times the price, you get the actual dollar value of that price, right? So that's essentially what you have to be able to develop a converter, a web app converter, which allows you to convert uintegers into readable format. Okay, I'm going to put a link of the code which I got. If it doesn't work for you for any reason, you can just copy and paste my code which I generated, and you can try it out and run it in your Thonny Python environment, and then from there you can just deploy it and you can see how it works. Okay, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.